Hello, I am P.S. Singleton, and this is the Ask the Cast video for Lauren Defaulter's short film, A Poisonous Exchange. I didn't play any major roles, but I got to hang out in the background as an extra, so that was pretty cool.
Hi, my name is Isabel Wallace. I play Sergeant Jessica Hunter, and I hope you enjoy this short film, because I know, at least for myself, I loved making it.
Okay, so I'm Audrey. I played the waiter, and it's just like the Ask the Cast thing.
So number one is, what was the most difficult part of filming? And honestly, it was probably just sitting there, and because there were times where you would just have to do takes and takes and takes, and somebody in the background sneezed or like looked dead at the camera, and so it was like there were times where I like started coughing. There were just every single little piece of it is going to get captured on camera. So you're expecting, 8-10 people to be doing everything perfect at the same time, which is great and looks great once you have it on film. But when you're trying to film it, it's just, it can get very tedious.
I think maybe at one point the camera died, and so then we had to wait around for like an hour doing shenanigans, but I mean, it was still fun to hang out and get to meet new people, so that was nice.
Without spoiling too much, the two hardest parts for me was when I had to do a stunt over a table, which you will see when you finally see the short film coming February, or trying to act to Sarah Francis, our lovely Agent Radna Wentz's voice, like over a recording instead of like at her, which is tricky because I'd never done that before, but it was kind of a cool experience where I got to learn how to do that.
So, okay, the first question is, what was the most difficult part of filming? For me personally, it was just like getting everything right, but once we got everything right, it was like fine. That was probably the most difficult part for me.
What was the funniest part? So the funniest part probably was not the in the filming itself, but I got to Arizona the day before, and stayed overnight at Lauren's house, which was super fun. And it was the fun part was probably just getting to talk to her and hang out with her. We had never met in person before, and so I hope we'll get to do that again. But it was also just very funny, and sharing author stories is always amusing because there are not a ton of us in the world. So when you can get in person with one and just exchange things that have happened, the online community, as much of a blessing as it can be pretty chaotic at times too. So just talking about that, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Funniest thing to happen on the project was we had music going on in the background, so we were all singing to that, and that was pretty fun. Yeah, like Careless Whisper came on, and everybody was singing that one kind of loud.
This way, we love each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together.
The funniest thing that happened is probably all the behind the scenes and like the rehearsal stuff, because I do remember on the second day of filming, I drank an extra large Golden Eagle from Black Rock, and I was like minutes away from passing out. Like the minute we got everything set up I was lying on a couch like a corpse, which is very funny. And during that time, two of our extras, the only two guys in the short film, were basically rickrolling everyone and singing Never Gonna Give You Up, which was hilarious. It was mainly just the behind the scenes stuff, which I think was utterly hilarious.
Either the sunglasses flip, or probably when Izzy hits me with a bag. But yeah, if you were to fight a dragon, how would
Number 3, how would you fight a dragon? Honestly, why would you fight the dragon? Like, just befriend the dragon. The dragon has so much money, most likely, or some other treasure trove. And it's not that hard to befriend the dragon. So yeah, there's literally no reason you need to fight the dragon. Simply become its friend, potentially steal its treasure, possibly it will give you the treasure, and then you're set for life.
To those of you who are fellow book nerds and who have read the Harry Potter series, it'd be something akin to what Harry did during the Goblet of Fire. Although, I'd rather befriend a dragon than fight it, because having a dragon as a pet would be cool.
Allowed. Next one. If you were to fight a dragon, how would you go about it? Gonna be honest here. I would probably die just cause I'm like the weakest person I know.
Do I have powers? I don't know. I'd probably just like hide or like run or something. And if I'm going after something else, I'd probably like try to sneak around it. I'm not one for confrontation. What was my favorite part of filming?
What was my favorite part of filming? I kind of covered that in what was the funniest piece of filming, but just hanging out with Lauren and everybody else, getting to be on set, which was really cool. This was my first short film experience, and I've done some theater before, but getting to just be fully immersed was awesome and really amazing in every sense of the word.
I don't think I can pick like a favorite part about filming. I just think the entire process was just so cool. I can't pick a single favorite part. It might have been like the making like TikToks and content and like filming behind the scenes stuff while also trying to film the stuff we needed to get done. But honestly, it was just the energy that everyone just brought to it, because everyone brought like a different something to the film, which I thought was amazing.
It was fun to make up conversation on the spot, since it was like the background of like a club type place. So I had to like make up conversations with the guy who I sat next to. I think his name was Matthew.
It's like getting to know the cast a little better. Everyone was pretty fun.
Do I relate to Nano Keys? She's the villain, so I'm a little bit hesitant to say yes. However, she's also really, really ambitious, goal-oriented, and driven like I am. So, yeah, I do. I'm not going to be illegally transporting different vials of things, but I get the, like, businesswoman, entrepreneurial aspect. Working hard, doing something you're passionate about. That's why I'm an author.
Let's see. Do you relate to the character you played? I was an extra at a club, and I've never been to a club before, so no.
Yeah, I'd say I relate to her. I grew to relate to her more and more as the process went on, and the more I like read into her character when I started reading the books, because she's like Harry headstrong, very independent like me, and she like has this like no nonsense frame of mind, but also has like room for humor and sarcasm, which is a great balance, and I love that attitude and personality because it's very close to mine. So yeah, I definitely relate to Jessica on a very deep level.
How? I don't think so. I don't deal drugs. Anyways.
I don't remember. think it was, it was several months ago. I'm filming this video several months after I did the filming for that, and I don't remember, I've had a lot happen since then, but I really did, I liked the line where Nana's just very like chill but passive aggressive through the whole thing. So I like the line that's like, it's along the lines of, oh, this small town's perfect for a small deputy like you. That's not exactly the line, but something along the lines of like, just, oh, no, this is great for you, honey. I hope you do a great job.
I want to say my favorite line of mine, but it spoils the entire plot, so I can't. But I think it's any of Nano Keys' lines, or as you know, the actor E.K. Seaver. Or it's any of like my lines specifically I have when I interact with the Nano Keys. I love any of those lines because they're so good.
I was practicing flirting while I was sitting in the background, but I did it bad on purpose because I thought it was funny. So I said something like, I'm trying to remember. I think I said something like, oh, do you come here often? And he was like, yeah, do you? I said, no, not since my brother died here.
I don't have many lines. My favorite line that I have is probably, can I get you a drink or something? I don't remember the exact line. It was like, can I get you a drink?
What was it like meeting the other cast and crew? I knew none of them. I had never met any of them in person before. I had talked with Lauren over Instagram a lot. We'd done some interviews, and she was big help in publishing the reflections, but we had never met. So obviously it was pretty awesome to get to meet and hang out with her. Just engaging and interacting with everyone was cool. It was a pretty good balance on set of it just being genuinely really fun, but also everybody was working hard. It was great. I loved it.
This crew was amazing, and so was the cast. I knew some of these people from like theater or school, but a lot of these people I'd never met before in my life, but the minute we met, we honestly like clicked like that. And it was so great because like everyone like got on the same page and got to be so close so fast. You would have thought we'd been like when you see us now, you would have thought we'd known each other for like months. And some of these people did, and some of these people I've known for years even. But like now I have new friends that I know will last for a long time, and it's great. It was so much fun. Everyone was so professional. Like you would have thought, like based on how much we got done in such a short amount of time, you would have thought we were like a professional like film company. Like it was insane. Everyone is so talented and so cool. I love them all.
That was pretty fun. I met a lot of new people, and they're kind of, some of them were from Lauren's school, or church or other places, and so then they're like, oh, how do you know her? I'm like, the internet. So that was kind of funny.
Everyone in that cast, everyone was sweet. I love them.
It's such a funny question because everything, a little bit. Again, I'd never been on a film set before, so just having everything, it was all new to me. Everything was a blank slate. I'm just doing this stuff, and I'm like one of the main-ish characters, especially in the day of filming that we had, and so it was a lot. It was kind of overwhelming at times because just everything's happening. You're doing it again and again and again, but it was really awesome, and I just learned so much about like the being on set part of being part of the crew, because I made the Reflections trailer before my book came out. So I knew a little bit of what the behind the scenes looked like, even though that was really small. I was the only person doing the filming and editing, and I just had some friends come and do the characters for me. But so I knew a little tiny bit of what it looks like to plan out something like this, but I didn't know what it was like to be one of the actors on set. So just seeing all of the hard work that was put into it, everything that's behind the scenes was amazing, and I would 100% do it again.
And also all of the extra stuff after that, like, I don't know, to organize the filming times and know how to use a camera and also decide where all the angles are going to go, and then the editing. I know Lauren's doing a lot of that herself, so props to you, Lauren. You did a really good job, I assume, based on the trailers and stuff. But yeah, making a short film is not as easy as it looks, I discovered.
The background, like all the AV people and like the people working with the production type stuff, like just seeing how much like work goes into that, it was kind of like cool to learn about it and really eye-opening. But yeah, that's all.
Lauren, you should do another one because I really want to do it again.
So that's all the questions here. It was fun doing the project, and I'm glad I got to be a part of this. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this, Lauren. And go watch her short film when it comes out, because it's amazing. It deserves all the love. I read the script, and I was also there for part of it. So it's pretty cool. It's got some cool shots, and the costumes are just amazing. And yeah, so check it out whenever it releases.